welcome aboard. Make sure our entire party fits, guys. Entire party. If our entire party doesn't fit, we're on the next trip. And for my friends on the right-hand side, please touch your hands over speed legs. So they're going to be sliding you down. Thank you here. Harambe. Another word we like to say is 20, which means let's go. Jumbo, everyone. My name is Becca. I'll be your safari guide on today's trip around the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. Your safety reminders, please remain seated. Keep all hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the vehicle at all times. If you guys look above your heads today, you'll see wildlife spotting guide showing you pictures of a lot of the animals we could see out there. Not a guarantee we'll see all of them, but hopefully we see as many as possible. Now this is a photo safari, so feel free to take pictures while we're out there. Just know I can't stop for every single animal. So if there's animals you really want a picture of, I suggest having your phones and cameras out and ready on a fast shutter speed or a sport mode. Also can't make any stops for any dropped items if you have any personal belongings. Hold on to them tightly. In a moment here, the first part of the reserve we are going to be entering is the Little Tree Forest. Keyword here being forest. There's going to be a lot of trees, a lot of bushes, sometimes making it a little bit difficult to spot some of these animals. We're going to be trying our best, keeping our fingers crossed as we head into the Little Tree Forest. Out to the right there is an okapi. Okapis have black and white stripes on their legs. A lot of people think that because of those stripes they're related to the zebra, when they're more closely related to the giraffe based on their skeletal structure, prehensile tongue. To the left here is a saddle-billed stork. Saddle-billed storks are a black and white bird with a yellow saddle shape on their feet. Their wingspan can reach 6 to 8 feet in width. That's the same width as the awning above our heads today. May also notice there's a lot of bamboo here in the forest. Bamboo is a very fast-growing plant, growing a lot faster than trees, making bamboo products a great alternative to paper products. They're easy to make at high quantities and easy to recycle. Now to the left, there's a black rhino. Black rhinos can reach 3,000 pounds. They can run at 30 miles per hour. And they're going to have a prehensile upper lip. Prehensile meaning finger-like. It's pointy and it helps them grab things. Here's another one of those black rhinos hanging out up on top of this cliff. Kind of see it hanging out up there.
He is starving.
But we are going to keep on moving here, seeing if we can find any other animals that might be hiding out here in the forest. So a reminder, there's a lot of trees as we can see, and a lot of the animals in the forest have things like stripes that help them camouflage really well. And with the tall grass, thick trees, and bushes. One animal with stripes is coming up on our left here, the greater kudu. Greater kudu are tan in color. Male greater kudus will have horns, and females will not. So we know that those are female greater kudu up on that hill there. As we keep moving here, we are exiting the Little Tree Forest and heading into the Safi River today. The Safi River is home to some aquatic animals such as the Nile crocodile and the Nile hippopotamus. And in just a moment, coming up on our right, there are some pink-backed pelicans. Pink-backed pelicans are the light gray birds in long beaks. They get their pink coloration during mating season. And a similar wingspan to that, the saddle-billed stork is about 6 to 8 feet in width. They may have also been able to see some hippos tucked away in that back right-hand corner. They were really hard to see, and unfortunately, I could not stop there. So we're going to keep moving, because there are some more hippos to our left. A group of hippos are called a bloat, and an adult hippo can reach 5,500 pounds. They are pretty large. Hippos can hold their breath for about 8 minutes at a time, but often found underwater. They do spend most of their day down there. They're able to take short naps under the water, and they're going to come up for air when they need it. Hippos also have a hairless skin, and because their skin has no hair, they're going to stay in the water most of the day, keeping their skin as hydrated as possible. They're going to come out at night to find food. just a moment here. We're going to be heading over this bridge, and to the left of the bridge are some Nile crocodiles. Nile crocodiles can reach 16 feet in length and about 500 pounds. Mother and father Nile crocodile will often roll their eggs in their mouths to help their babies hatch. As we exit the Sapi River, we're about to head out into the savannah today. The savannah is home to some well-known animals such as the lion, the cheetah, the giraffe, and the elephant. As a reminder, it's not a guarantee we see all these animals, but hopefully we see as many as possible as we head out there today. In just a moment here, coming up on our right is going to be a baobab tree. Baobab trees are going to remain leafless for about 9 months of the year. They're going to hold their water in their trunk. Animals will often puncture the trunk of the tree to get the water inside, especially on hot days, which is why they can also be known as the tree of life. Now we're going to start to head down this hill, and as we do so, there may be a variety of different animals roaming around out there. I'm going to mention the ones closest to us first, going out in the distance. I'll be mentioning as we get closer, and we'll be getting close to some pretty cool animals out here in just a few moments. You may see those giraffes out to the right. They're a little far away, but out here in the corner to the right are some wildebeest. Still, wildebeest are social creatures. About 1.5 million wildebeest will migrate about 500 to 1,000 miles annually. Wildebeest are the second largest herding animal on the planet, second to only us humans. They can stir up a dust cloud so big when stampeding that it can be seen from outer space. The wildebeest can also be called the new, G, and U, and it replicates the sound that they make. On our left here in just a second is a den. And hanging out just outside of the den there in the corner are some African painted dogs. African painted dogs are going to have 4 toes per paw. They have a great success rate at hunting as they hunt in packs and run their prey into exhaustion. African painted dogs, the weakest will eat first and the strongest will eat last. They do have a pretty strong pack mentality. And coming up on our left here, we have a ton of animals. There are a lot, so I'm going to talk about them all. Now, all the way in the back there are some Ankole cattle. And Ankole cattle have those big horns on the top of their head. Those horns can reach 36 inches from base to tip. They look heavy, but they're actually not. They have a honeycomb-like structure inside. Capable of vessels that help slow the cattle down on hot days. As for those giraffes, they are Maasai giraffes. And Maasai giraffes are going to have rough, jagged patches. That's how we know they are the Maasai giraffe over any other giraffe species. Also, no 2 giraffes will ever have the same patch pattern. It's kind of like their fingerprints. It's how they tell themselves apart. Or pass by some termite mounds here. Termite mounds are hard in structure, made of dung and saliva. Animals will often use these mounds as scratching posts out on the reserve. And as the mounds deteriorate, smaller antelope will use them as lookout points across the savannah. If you look out to the left, you can see 2 more of those giraffes kind of hanging out in the trees there. We might get a little closer. They're a little hard to see. Giraffes are the tallest animal in the world. They can reach 16 to 20 feet tall when full grown. Baby giraffe when first born are about 6 feet tall, so even they are taller than I will ever be. And a group of giraffes are called a tower, as they tower over the rest of the savannah. As we head down there, if you look up at the top of the head of these giraffes, they have these things called ossicones. Those are those things that look like horns. They're not actually horns, though. It's part of their skeleton. They're not going anywhere. Both them and male okapis have ossicones. That's why they are related, based on their skeletal structure. Another similarity between the giraffe and the okapi is their prehensile tongue. Prehensile meaning finger-like. It's long and helps them grab things. A giraffe's prehensile tongue can reach 18 inches long, same length as an adult's forearm. Out to the right are more of those wildebeest. A wildebeest in the language Afrikaans does mean wild beast. Also hanging out on the horizon up there to the right by that big tree, there are some small brightly colored antelope, and they are springbok. Springbok can jump 6 to 8 feet straight into the air, 13 feet far in front of themselves. To put that into perspective, that's straight through this trip. And here's another one of those giraffes here to our left. But we're going to keep on moving here. We're about to start to head up this hill to our right. As we do so, there are some animals that'll be on our left, and they are the sable antelope. Sable antelope have slender, slick-back horns on the top of their heads. Those horns help them fend off predators from jumping on their back. Predators such as lions, cheetahs, and those African painted dogs we just saw. On a fight or flight situation, the sable antelope, they will choose to fight. That's why they're the emblem here on the Harambe Wildlife Reserve, as we do need to fight for these animals and their homes to protect them. Also up at the top of the hill here, on the right and left, are some more of those baobab trees. Baobab trees, as a reminder, are also called the tree of life. Another name they could be called is the upside down tree, because without those leaves, those branches, they look like roots in the sky. And we're going to keep on moving here. Heading down the hill. And we're going to head into the water. As we head in the water here, coming up on our left are the greater flamingo. The greater flamingo are the largest but the least pink of the flamingo species. They get their pink coloration from their diet. Their diet is going to be brine shrimp, which contains a protein called beta-carotene. Firstborn, these flamingos are small, gray, and fluffy. They don't get their full pink coloration until about 2 to 2.5 years of age. A group of flamingos are called a flamboyant. So that's what we're seeing here to our left is a flamboyant of flamingos. We're going to keep on moving here, headed through these rocks into rhino territory. Rhinos like to use dirt and mud as a form of natural sunlight, cooling them down, protecting their skin from the harsh rays of the sun. And in just a moment here, coming up on our left is going to be a pretty fresh mud pit. And it looks like these rhinos are still hanging around their little mud pit here. Now these are white rhinos. And white rhinos can reach 5,000 pounds. They can run at 35 miles per hour. And they're going to have a wide, flat upper lip, which they use to graze on grass. Rhinos are often poached for their horns. Their horns are believed to have a medicinal benefit to us, when in all reality they do not. Their horns are made out of keratin. That's the same thing that makes up our hair and fingernails. So their horns give us no medicinal benefit, which is why poaching is so bad. It's based on a lot of misinformation that harms those beautiful animals. We're going to keep on moving here and looking up and to the left. Up on that hill, there is a cheetah just past that broken down tree branch. Cheetahs are the fastest animal on land, reaching 60 miles per hour in about 3 seconds. They can't withstand that speed for very long. Only about 1 to 2 kilometers in length, but they can definitely reach it pretty quick. Now, cheetahs have black patches of fur underneath both their eyes. Those black patches of fur do help deflect the sun. They act like little pairs of sunglasses. Cheetahs are day hunters, and during the day the sun gets pretty bright and pretty brutal, so those are very helpful and useful to them. We're going to keep on moving though, heading up often used by animals to get a good lookout point across the savannah.